Folks, all I can tell you right now is it is getting wild out there. There is a man out there named Jay Jones who is running for Attorney General. Okay, let me repeat that. He is running for Attorney General. And in 2022, he sent some texts that were honestly probably some of the heinous texts I've ever seen. I don't know how a person sits there and says, okay, today I'm going to essentially say that I think people should die over text message. One, because these things, they're not private. I don't care who you're with. I don't care what company you have. I don't care how many blockers you put on your phone. They're not private. If the government wants to see it bad enough, they will. But here's the thing though. If you're in the government, laws don't apply to you. We've seen it time and time again with insider trading. Nancy Pelosi, she's earned $100 and something thousand every year for the last 20 years in Congress, but she's worth like $250 million. Oh, badass. That all makes sense for sure. I mean, who is that good at investing ever with that kind of salary that you turn 150 or 180 grand a year into $250 million? That tracks for sure. Anyways, Jay Jones, he was caught sending text messages to somebody about killing Republicans.
We start with breaking news from the campaign trail.
Jay Jones is under fire tonight.
Jay Jones is under fire.
Jay Jones is under fire after messages he sent in 2022 saying former Virginia House Speaker Todd Gilbert should be shot.
I'm excited about this ticket.
We're excited. They're excited about the ticket.
Jay Jones.
You said Gilbert's wife could watch her own child die in her arms so that Gilbert might reconsider his political views.
We deserve an attorney general who will stand up for the people of Virginia.
Jones said, quote, Gilbert, Hitler, and Pol Pot. Gilbert gets 2 bullets to the head.
Let the rage fuel you.
Jones doubled down, saying, quote, "Do I think Todd and Jennifer are evil and that they're breeding little fascists? Yes."
How can Virginians trust a man who said something so horrific, so callously?
Only when people feel pain personally do they move on policy.
So that's what we're dealing with here. So look, the stuff I'm about to go over and say, it's very heinous, but I want to talk to everybody right now. Not just Republicans, not just Democrats. Let me just say this. It is us versus the government. It has been more apparent now than ever. The government is worried about themselves. The government is worried about their mega donors. They are not worried about the American people. They give 2 shits about us. I am not a Republican and I am not a Democrat. I am a Christian and I am America first. If you are not America first and you live in this country, what the fuck are you doing here? If you're a person who's like, yeah, we gotta give more money to Israel before we solve all of the issues in our country, like natural disasters, North Carolina, California and the Palisades, they're still not taken care of. Yet we're just shoveling off money to Israel and Ukraine. Don't you love it? Don't you love it when our government is more worried about other countries than ours? So let me just speak to everybody right now. If you're a Democrat and you were not calling for this guy to withdraw his name from Attorney General in Virginia, you understand the precedent you were setting. It's you are okay with the highest law enforcement official in your state to be openly threatening his opponents, saying that they should be killed. This isn't about party anymore. This isn't about, oh, Republican, left, right, blue, whatever. This is about morals. That's it. This is about, okay, maybe we disagree on a couple of things, but can we sit here and say, maybe we can move past our differences and agree that nobody should be texted about like this? So we're gonna run through them right now because I gotta tell you, it's crazy. Starting at the top left, they say nice things about everybody. LOL, oh, that cute. If those guys die before me, I will go to their funerals and piss on their graves, send them out awash in something. 3 people, 2 bullets, Gilbert, Hitler, and Pol Pot. Gilbert gets 2 bullets to the head. Spoiler, put Gilbert in the crew with 2 worst people you know and he receives both bullets every time. Whoever he's texting, they're trying to help him clearly. They're telling him to stop. LOL, okay. It really bothers me when you talk about hurting people. This person is trying to save his ass right now. And just so everybody knows, if anyone ever texts you with a plan to hurt somebody, I would have this same exact reaction. Because if they actually end up hurting somebody and you're egging them on or saying, oh yeah, it's not a bad idea, they're coming after you too. Now guys, look, before we get any further here, it is wild out there. The crime is through the roof. Guys like this may be elected for Attorney General. What do you think he's gonna do if you're, for example, in a self-defense situation? and he's the attorney general. He's going to say, oh, he's a MAGA Republican, charge him. Doesn't matter. It's the biggest reason why I have Attorneys on Retainer as a big sponsor of the channel. Attorneys on Retainer is not one of these insurance groups that's got a bean counter behind the screen that decides whether or not it was self-defense or not. They're a law firm that only practices self-defense cases. They've helped a bunch of people already. And here's how it works. You get into a self-defense situation, you give their 24/7 hotline a call, you're gonna talk with an attorney, you have attorney-client privilege immediately. They have bail coverage, they handle everything up and until the trial. At the trial, they have a fantastic team of lawyers and they covered expert witnesses. And here's the great part. It's about $1 a day. Cancel whatever subscription you need to get this, because I'm telling you right now, we live in a time where self-defense is not looked at like self-defense anymore. It's, oh man, you could have just ran away, or you could have just let him take your TV. So we're putting a link and code below the video. We're giving you $50 off an individual sign up, $25 off a family sign up. Go make sure your freedom is protected. So then we get into, I wasn't attacking you. I was trying to understand your logic. You weren't trying to understand. You were talking about hoping Jennifer Gilbert's children would die. Yes, I've told you this before. Only when people feel pain personally do they move on policy. Do you understand how nuts this sounds? Like you're talking about policy in America and you're telling someone that somebody's kids need to die in order for them to do what? Like agree with you, want to vote for you? I mean, do I think Todd and Jennifer are evil? And that's they're breeding little fascists? Yes. Oh God. Folks, this is the stuff that destroys America. It's not about the left. It's not about the right. When it comes to political violence, when it comes to my opponent is better than me, so I just hope his children die. So they move on my policy. You know what that is? That is a simple man, that is a dangerous man who can't win on his own merit. Think about it for a second. If you're in any kind of race, you're a baseball team, I think the playoffs are going on right now. What if a baseball player sent a text to his buddy and was like, man, I hope the other team's pitcher, I hope his kids die tomorrow so he has a shit game. Like, what is that? What is it?
Gilbert gets 2 bullets to the head. Spoiler, put Gilbert in the crew with the 2 worst people you know and he receives both bullets every time. So not only is Jay Jones a psychopath, but he's about as funny as Jimmy Kimmel. But when the recipient to those texts expressed shock, Jones tripled down like Jerry Nadler when the McRib came back. Claiming Gilbert's kids were little fascists, and he even hoped that they would die too. Now, in a sane world, the Democrats would tell this guy to move to Ireland and pound Guinness and soda bread with Rosie. I mean, this guy wants to lead Virginia's justice system? Surely there must be someone better, right? Isn't Jerry Sandusky up for parole soon? Nope. A former Biden aide defended the guy, calling his text messages a private conversation.
But this is America. This is somebody, once again, who is running for the highest law enforcement job in the state of Virginia. And the crazy part is, Democrats, they're not even willing to call for him to step down. Democrats' refusal to demand withdrawal of Virginia AG nominee is a dangerous new low. What is lower than that? Let me tell you right now, if Trump sent texts like this about somebody's kid, I'd be like, fuck him. We don't need somebody in there like that. We need someone with integrity. We need someone who's going to be a good person for everyone. We don't need this. I mean, seriously, what do you think people are going to do if this guy gets actually in there? Do you think people on the right are going to be like, oh, it's cool, man? He's telling people that he wants kids dead, that he's going to kill his opponent. Do you think they're going to be like, okay, it's cool, we'll deal with it? No, there is going to be an uprising, 100%. And I don't know what that entails. I don't know who's going to do it, but I can pretty much guarantee you there are a lot of people out there right now who would be willing to pretty much go to war over this. So this dude needs to withdraw yesterday. Simple as that.